WhatsApp, a wonderful tool for communication, but when relationships go sour, it can drive us insane and have an adverse impact on our well-being. In the first video, I spoke about how to help yourself out with some self-care strategies for that one-to-one communication. In the second set of videos, I spoke about how you can look after yourself while using groups. And in today's video, I'm going to be looking at the importance of using the settings both within and outside of WhatsApp to best help yourself. And I do hope that they will be a benefit to you. And if you've got any comments, suggestions, do leave a comment below and I will make my best efforts to respond to them. Remember, I'm Keeley Taverner. I'm passionate about helping people to know their worth. To get my videos on YouTube, do subscribe to my channel and do hit that notification bell. WhatsApp has a range of settings both within WhatsApp, within the contact, and outside of WhatsApp via your phone's settings. So it can be a little bit confusing knowing how best to use them to protect yourself. So if you're in a group, you can also click on the three dots on the right hand side if you have an Android phone. That gives you some access to the settings while either in a group or talking with that person. In the settings on a specific contact, you can choose to customize your notifications. Now, what's the benefit of that? Well, you may want to assign someone a particular ringtone. That might be particularly helpful for you. Additionally, you may want to block someone, so you do that whilst in using that contact in the phone. Also, if you want to delete communication with that person, you can sometimes do that whilst in the contact, but also if you go outside and you hover over that person, that can enable you to delete if, for example, you don't want the two blue tick anxiety, or it's helpful to you. So that's some of the self-care strategies that you can use whilst on the contact or in the group to best protect yourself. My second tip for looking after yourself while using WhatsApp is going into the settings. Now there's 6 choices. I'd encourage you to check out the chats facility. That's where we can turn off media so we don't get that continuous dump of data that can clog up our phone, or the material that might send us back down memory lane, wishing and yearning for potentially a relationship that's broken down. And don't forget to also use the notifications features where we can assign ringtones, and we can also have increased control over groups. That can be particularly helpful. My third tip is to go into the settings on your phone where you have increased control over notifications and pop-up screens. This can be particularly helpful if you're constantly triple checking your WhatsApp, and can enable you to, for example, turn off certain types of notifications. Now, if you're anything like me, you might need to play around with it, but know that you can have increased control should you choose to use WhatsApp. You do not have to be a victim. You do not have to continuously feel anxious and stressed out. People aren't talking about it, but these apps can significantly impact on our well-being. The fourth tip, which some people find rather drastic, is you can uninstall it. This is a feature that you can use. We did used to communicate before social media and WhatsApp. We still had friends, we still had relationships. And in some sense, WhatsApp can make things more tricky and more complex. So know that you can also uninstall this application, or potentially you could go on a one-day detox that can enable you to have increased control over your well-being. My last 5th tip about using the settings to look after yourself on WhatsApp is to choose to go for a dumb phone. Yes, a dumb phone. The phones that we have apparently are getting smarter and smarter. But the result of this is that people are feeling increasingly anxious, depressed, and stressed out by all these applications. Opting for a phone where we don't have all these features can be particularly helpful for our well-being. We may not believe it, but we do have a choice. We do not have to be at the mercy of the big communication giants. Those are my various tips that I hope will help you while using WhatsApp. Remember, we do not have to be at the mercy of our devices, and these 15 tips are just a few ways to help you best look after yourself. If you know more, please do let me know. However, these applications are here to stay, and I believe whilst they're great for communication, there is an emotional aspect to them that can be damaging for us, and it is our duty to best look after ourselves, and using the settings is just one way that you can do that. If you'd like to find out more about Key for Change, why not check out my online store where I have my books and merchandise, all designed to help you to know your worth so that you can become your greatest self. I am Keeley Taverner, psychotherapist with a passion for helping you to know your worth. Do take care of you, because if you don't, who will?